Anyway, I just wanted to make this quick video for you, kind of sharing some of the stuff that I've done over the years that have tremendously helped me build a list for our software company. And it's actually the only strategy that I use to take our software company over 7 figures. So this is the SMS live event opt-in funnel. And the way it works is essentially, to give you some context, you have to have an opportunity to be able to do some kind of presentation or speak from stage or conduct a workshop. Okay. So those are kind of the settings that you need to do in order for this to work. And so what I've done in the past is conferences that have my target audience, I have paid for those to go to those as a sponsor, right? And as sponsor slash attendee. However, in the agreement of being a sponsor, what you can typically ask for is an agreement to either conduct a workshop ahead of the event that is going to benefit their target audience and co-sponsor that with them, saying, hey, we'll do this. I'll send you all the information, just run it to your list, and it's either paid or free. I have no issue doing a free event just to add massive value. Typically, concert people or conference people enjoy it because it's it's just something else of value that they can give to their audience. And what you're looking for is anywhere from 20 to 60 people in a room. That's really it. However, if that doesn't work, what you can do is ask for a breakout session. So depending on how the conference is structured, you can sit there and say, hey, do you guys have a way that we can do a breakout session as well with the sponsorship that we're doing? We'd love to add some extra value to for your audience, I should say, to your conference for your audience. So that one is not acceptable as well. The other thing that may occur is they may have you be a speaker at the event. So now if you're a speaker at the event, this is how the opt-in funnel works. And you can work in conjunction with all three of those. However, this is typically like the home run type of offer that you can get from them, is to speak at the event. So what you want to do is you want to have some of these things already in place. So let me set the ground rules. So you're going to need a Twilio number. So you can go to Twilio, sign up. That's really easy to do. If you don't have one, that's fine. If you don't have a CRM or a tool that does SMS, what we're going to do is recommend our Growth Code app. Here's the link to it. You can sign up for 14-day free trial, or reach out to me or my team support, or actually reach out to hello@growthcode.com. And either myself or my team will help you get that snapshot loaded so you can actually run this. If that doesn't work and you want to go a different route, there's always Go High Level, GHL. There's a link here as well. I think that is our affiliate link just for context. So those are the tools that you need. The other tool that you need is some kind of offer freebie. All right. And so one of the things, if you don't have anything that you've ever offered, thing that you can do quick, the one thing that's important that you already have created is a slide deck for the audience. So now as we get into this, I will show you how that works. So let's just go with the slide deck because it's worked out fine. What you're going to do at the beginning of your presentation is actually, start off, greet the audience and whatnot, and say, hey, I'm going to actually ask you guys to pay attention here. And I know a lot of you like to take notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and send you the slide deck, right? Is that good? Is that fair? Yeah, everybody's going to agree. And say, matter of fact, just go ahead and pull out your phones now. I'm just going to send it to you right now. Here's what we're going to do. And this can be literally, if you're doing like a whiteboard presentation, this can be your only slide that you actually have up on the screen or the TV behind you. Say, pull out your phone and text this keyword. You're going to insert a keyword. For us, it would be like growth code, conference, or whatever the thing is. So sometimes we'll typically use the word conference, like the year. So Icon, for example, or Funnel Hacking Live 2023, whatever it is, you can use that keyword, right? Now, it's important that you understand that the keyword is independent for each conference. And here's why. When you do that, you're going to actually apply a tag to the contact record itself, in our system at least. And I recommend you do it in other systems. And what that tag does is now give you the knowledge in terms of where they came from, how you can follow up with them, if you see them the year after and so forth like that, or the year after that. So it just gives you a reference point. We'll kind of go into why this reference point or this tag is important later on when I get to the details. But for the time being, you're going back to have the phone pulled out. You're going to sit there and say, send, we'll just go with Funnel Hacking Live, FHL 2023, text that number, text this keyword to that. And here's what's going to happen next. They're going to text that number. They are going to get a response. That response is going to say something like this. Let me scroll up here as you're looking at my screen. It says, hey, thanks for your interest in the slides. The freebie, all this stuff is customizable, by the way. For us, I think this last one was our 4 growth activators. What's the best email address to send it to? Now, I want you to be aware of what's going on here. They have just sent you a message with their cell phone. The system itself is now collected their personal cell phone number, right? And I want you to think about that from a psychological level. Like, who actually sends you texts on a regular basis, right? Look at my screen right here. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a picture of my son, right? Think about how intimate a person's phone is. Their families text them, their friends text them, their close colleagues text them. So it's a very intimate place that you now have access to, right? It separates you from the noise of being a marketer that's only working in email, right? Or, Facebook Messenger or so forth like that. So that's why I love this. Okay, so they're going to take the next step, which we're talking about here, which is essentially sending you their email address. Great. So now we have their phone number, their cell phone number, personal cell. Now we have their email address. You're going to send the system itself is going to send a secondary message and says, oh, cool. By the way, what's your name? Let me make sure we get it through the spam box or the email into your email folder, right? So now they're going to respond to the system with their name. And the system's going to send out, again, these are all customizable messages, but hey, got it. Great. It's on the way. Give it about 5 minutes. Enjoy the rest of the presentation or enjoy the rest of the conference, yada, 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 right? So in your presentation, you're going to sit there and say, literally, hey, everybody pull out their phone. We're going to give this like 15 seconds to do this. Okay, is everybody good? And then carry on with the rest of the presentation. Now, what you've done secretly, the presentation or the conference owners may or may not pick up on it. But you typically have just collected about 60% of the room's contact information. Now, depending on how your presentation goes, and I'm sure for you watching it, you're going to crush it. This is great, right? It's going to work out great for you. It's because the follow-up is in the next element, which is, hey, you're going to send a text during the actual event itself. Hey, I just happened to realize we have a couple slots open at our booth at this time. If you want to stop by, respond to let me know and I'll save you a time, or come by at this time, right? And so there's 2 ways you can do that. One, you can have them book direct times that they want to have, like, within that slot period of when they want to actually sit down and have a conversation, or you just tell everybody to come around like within a half an hour range or 15-minute range. Usually half hour is better. And here's what happens, right? Is collectively you can get all these people that are collected around your booth, and it serves a purpose of something, again, from a psychological level. That's great. And this is what I want you to do with it. I want you to have one of your team members. I don't care who it is. Like, it can be a friend or somebody else at the conference. Just take your cell phone and just have them start filming, push record, and walk around for 5 minutes recording what's going on. And here's what's going to happen. Here's the magic behind it, right? Is you're going to have people that are standing around you in like almost like a half circle in front of your booth, talking to you, asking questions about certain things about either the presentation that you rocked, or questions about your products or your services that you can go in and answer, or you just add more value to them, right? And now when you use that video, you can repurpose that video for other stuff later on, any kind of your marketing assets, right? I was at this conference, I gave, a presentation, and this was the response I got, right? As soon as the conference was over, or as soon as my presentation was over, I was, swarmed with people asking me questions about XYZ. If you'd like to learn more, book a call. Now, that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is obviously you're going to have your follow-up after the conference and so forth like that as well. This is what typically happens for us. For the event, we will actually close our product for the software is about $2K annually. We'll close around 30 to 40K, 30 to 45K on that on average. Then that's at the event. Then afterwards, we have all these leads that my sales team actually follows up with for 2 weeks before we do another one. And they usually close anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 on the back end of that as well. Okay. So that's the good part, is you're actually, the back end sales typically are either match or at best more than what you've had at the conference. So there's two elements of it, right? And so after you're going to do that, what I want you to do is put all the people who did not buy but opted in into a long-term nurturing sequence. Obviously, it's going to add value. Again, if you're in our system, we give you all that. So you have like the snapshot, you have the long-term nurturing sequence, emails, and all that other stuff if you're in the Growth Code app or part of our community. But that is the good stuff. Like that is, you could take this playbook, insert it to any, active campaign, Infusionsoft, or anything that you have, and this will run like a gym, guaranteed to make you money. And like I said, the assets that you can create afterwards from it are great. It's literally created 7 figures in one of our businesses. It was the only strategy that I used moving forward because it worked that well. So I hope that helps. If I end up posting this anywhere else, anybody else that's watching it, let me know. But I just wanted to share that with you. So hopefully that adds value to your life. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM. All right. Take care.